go around before, and just a little bit of difference a year makes for you being back in.
Yeah, it's nice to have a year under my belt. I know for the guys that were just drafted or just brought in, it's a great learning experience. And speaking for all the guys, it's been a tough first day in there, but it's been fun though. There's a great core of guys here, and we're having a good time.
Speaking of the difference that a year makes, this go around, it seems like the entire hockey world knows who you are, whereas last year you were kind of an unheralded draft pick a little bit to some people. What's changed for you? I mean, I know obviously you try and stay grounded and take things as they come, but just, how have you handled all that?
Yeah, I mean, you could say I kind of came out of nowhere the last 2 years, and I felt that the second half of last year I played really well and great finish in my playoffs too. So, that's the biggest thing. You just got to be able to handle the moment and have an even keel and just keep moving forward.
You talk about the second half of the year. How much of that was the World Juniors? How much of that gave you a boost?
Yeah, I think that's when it really started. I just took my game to another level. Starting when I went to World Juniors in Toronto for their camp there before they decided the team for the tournament, and ever since then I didn't look back. And our team did really well in playoffs, just a little bit short, but it was all around. We learned a lot that year.
Do you think playing for Team Canada in the World Juniors, does that give you like a little bit of a taste of the NHL a little early?
Yeah, I mean it's a really high pace of hockey, and if you're not at the top of your game there, you're not gonna be playing. So you got to make sure that you're doing everything you can on the ice to be your best. So it definitely is a really high pace and at a really high speed of hockey. So I think that definitely I got some experience from that tournament.
Looking back to a year ago, to the development camp when you were here, what did you take from that week?
Oh, I mean, first of all, you meet a lot of the guys in the organization. I just got to meet a few at the draft, and then when I got here, I met a lot more people, and then you meet some of the prospects like Matt Calvert and John Moore and guys like that who I've never met before, and it's kind of your starting point. You just got involved with a new organization, and you want to make a really good first impression, and it was a good learning experience, and it's also one of those things where your conditioning really improves. We have a great strength and conditioning coach, Kevin Collins, and he really pushes us. And speaking for all the guys, we've felt like it's been a month already, and it's just been one day. So, it's definitely going to be beneficial this week.
You've been in town for a while before camp, working out and training, and just what's that been like?
Yeah, I've been here for about 2.5 weeks now. I'd say since around June 10th. And, it's been really well. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, and, I think I'm going to be here for a little bit after this camp, and, every day I feel like I'm improving.
Is playing in the NHL this fall, is that a reasonable expectation for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. That's, I think it's a reachable goal, and, obviously it's going to take a lot of hard work, but, I'm out here doing everything I can right now, so hopefully everything will fall into place the way I want it to.
What does it say for you when the general manager's going through trade talks and your name comes up and he says absolutely not, Ryan's going nowhere? What does that say for you?
Yeah, it puts a really good thought in the back of your head, showing that Scott has confidence in me. So it's a good feeling, but then again, he really wants me to work hard and make sure I can make him proud. So I'm going to do everything I can to do that, and I'm really excited to finish up the week here and have a hard-working summer and then get started in main camp.
And when they bring in a guy like Carter, now the lines you can kind of start seeing. I mean, obviously September is so far away. How much more does that mean you have to work, knowing that you can kind of see who's going to be where?
Oh, for sure. Bringing in a guy like that, whether he's going to play center or wing, it's undetermined yet, but definitely you got to keep working. So it just makes it that much more tougher. But then again, I'm looking forward to meeting him, and maybe he can be a big mentor for me, being a centerman and all. So I'll definitely be listening to everything he says and watching things he does and try and learn things from him.